My dear children, it's me, and in this channel we tell you amazing bedtime stories that will make you smarter and wiser. So, Jack was a young boy who lived with his parents in a village on the edge of a dark and scary forest. One night, Jack was awoken from his sleep by what sounded like a giant's roar. The sound was so loud and terrifying that Jack couldn't help but let out a scream. What was that? He cried out, burying his face in his pillow. His older brother Tom, who shared a room with him, was also wide awake. "Don't be scared, little brother," he said, trying to sound brave. It was probably just a big cat or something, but even as he said it, Tom couldn't shake off the feeling that something dangerous was out there. Jack's parents, who were thankfully sleeping with the door in between them, didn't hear their son scream. And when they finally did wake up, they too tried to reassure Jack that everything was all right. "Go back to sleep, Jack," his mother said, kissing him on the cheek. There's nothing to be afraid of, but Jack couldn't go back to sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he imagined all sorts of scary things, like a wild animal with sharp teeth and claws ready to pounce on him. The next morning after, of course, not sleeping at all, Jack told his parents about his scary experience from the night before. "A wild animal, you say?" his father asked. "Well, it certainly sounded like one," replied Jack's mother. "That's strange," said his father, scratching his beard. "We've never had any wild animals in our village before." He decided that he would go into the forest to investigate and see if he could find whatever was making the scary noise. Meanwhile, Jack was so frightened that he begged his mother to let him stay home and not go to school. "Oh, you can't stay home just because you're scared," she said. "You'll have to go to school today." So Jack got dressed and went off to school with his best friend Sam. As soon as they arrived, they ran to the head teacher, Miss Honey, and told her about the scary sound and how they were too scared to go home alone. "Don't worry," said Miss Honey, smiling at them. "I'm sure it's nothing to be afraid of." Then she took them both by the hand and led them into her office. When Jack was telling Miss Honey about the terrible noise, he heard a loud crash outside. "What was that?" he cried, hiding under Miss Honey's desk. "I told you not to worry," Miss Honey said calmly. "It's nothing to be afraid of." Then she walked to the window and looked outside. "Oh, dear," she said. "It seems we have a bit of a problem." She opened the door and stepped out into the schoolyard where they saw a huge lion blocking their path home. The lion was growling and its sharp teeth and claws were glinting in the sunlight. Jack and Sam started to cry, but Miss Honey wasn't scared at all. She took a deep breath and walked towards the lion. "Excuse me," she said politely. "Could you please move aside? These children have to get home." The lion looked at her for a moment and then let out a loud roar. "Well, that's certainly not helpful," Miss Honey said. "Oh, dear, it seems we're going to have to stay here for the night," she said to the boys. "But don't worry, I'm sure the lion won't hurt us." So the three of them stayed in the school overnight, and in the morning, when the sun was shining and the birds were singing, the lion was gone. They all went home, and Jack was so happy to see his mother's smiling face. From that day on, Jack was never scared of anything, not even a little kitten, because he knew that no matter what happened, his mom would always protect him. Thanks for watching. Please like the video. Also, Do forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so that you won't miss any new stories. I wish you a very sweet dream.